All right, this is gonna be the easiest tutorial on how to do waxing on your board, okay? Come over here. So you only need 3 things, right? You need wax. I got this one from REI, this one from Amazon. You need a scraper, right? This is a, windshield scraper. This is just a thing I got off of Amazon for $1, or you could even use a protractor, works also. It doesn't matter. Really, you just need a piece of plastic that's slightly flexible but very sturdy. Then lastly, what you need is an iron. Doesn't matter how big it is. I got this one from a thrift store. You don't need anything fancy. Doesn't matter if it has holes. Basically, the point of this is just to melt the wax and then flatten it over as one consistent thing, right? So let's just start right here. And basically, I'm gonna be cutting videos of Taylor, what's recording me, and then what I'm actually doing when I time-lapse the wax. But basically, now they're super easy to work with. Okay, so now we got this board flattened out, right? So I'm gonna grab whatever wax I want. This is my new wax, so I'm gonna use this. And you're gonna start from the tip to the end. Just make sure you don't get this wire all stuck up. And I'm just gonna drip a bunch of wax from the very tip. Try not to get it on your floor, doesn't really matter. You can scrape it off your floor. And you're just trying to get this nice even coat, right? And honestly, there's gurus and bullshit that'll tell you like, oh, you have to do it this way, and like you have to go, however much space to cover, and you have to go through one consistent shave or whatever. But that's all bullshit. It doesn't matter because you're just trying to fill. There's little creases in the board sometimes. There's really not much on mine, but the bigger creases are gonna get filled up by the wax, so that it's just a smoother flow. And then also just the general like coefficient of friction is just slides better with wax. Look, I just got some on the floor. So that's pretty much all you need, right? Then, this is how easy it is, okay? Just had a hot iron, and now I'm gonna go over here. Let's just start in the middle so it's easier to see, okay? I'm gonna go, and I'm just gonna go like this. And as you'll see, I might have to put re-waxing. I'm just doing this for the video. You're gonna wanna get pretty much consistently over. It doesn't really matter if you use too much wax. Even if you use a super small amount, like you don't have that much, you can just cover every spot like strategically, but you can just always be safe and put a shit ton of wax. You know what I'm saying? See, I didn't get these edges here. I can slide the wax over here if I wanted to, but really this is just a video. I'm gonna do it real quick for myself, and I'll even do a little time lapse so you guys can see what I'm talking about. All right, so once it's all dried up, you're gonna go and you're gonna grab your scraper. I got this from the dollar store, okay? I actually got a series of them from the dollar store for $1. And people will say long strokes, but really, you're just trying to shave it off. Like, I just like going like this. And you need a broom. This is a very messy process, so you're gonna need a broom. It's not a fun cleaning process, let's just say that. The hot wax, everything. If you're a dad doing this for your kids, this is the most perfect way to do it. Just don't give a shit. Like, it's really not that serious. Like, you're gonna get so many boards done so much quicker if you just don't care. And I missed some spots. But you know what? It doesn't fucking matter. What is it gonna do? If it didn't have hot wax before, what's it gonna do with fucking no wax in one spot? You know what I'm saying? Much better than nothing. So don't even stress about that. Let's show something here. So one thing that I made a mistake on is I accidentally was going at one angle, and then as I went around the corner, I dipped too much, and I made a little slit here. Try not to do that. That's probably not the best idea. But like I said, it doesn't really fucking matter. So let's go back down to this side of the board. Ideally, you want to go along the way the board is going. You're not going to go and shave it like this because, I don't know, it just makes sense, Just think about it. See, look, I missed this whole edge here. But as you do more boards, the better you get at it, you know what I'm saying? Change over to this side. Okay. Now, you can go ahead and you can grab a wet paper towel and you can kind of like get the shavings off at the end. You can go over it a couple more times with maybe like, let's say, a finer scraper and get those edges that you maybe like look at and you're like, oh, that's a little uneven. But otherwise, this is completely done, aside from you cleaning up, obviously. And if you do have a piece of plastic that you're willing to spare, you can actually get the wax off the edges a little bit, right? A lot of people will seriously prioritize this. I don't, because like I said before, it doesn't matter. It'll come off when you're snowboarding. it really doesn't matter. The whole point is to make this board have less friction, and you can slide more, especially when you're like getting on the lift and stuff. It also fills in those cracks. So at the end of the day, this is a wax snowboard. Whether it was done insanely professionally or insanely well, like I say, in my theory, it just doesn't matter. So have fun waxing your board, and peace.